Hey everyone, this is Vincent Baby, your blissful workplace coach. Special guest from Canada. That is Ravi Puddoo. He's a uh, HR professional, and currently his role is a talent acquisition manager for IBM. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Ravi Puddoo to our program. Thank you so much for coming in and accepting my request, Ravi. How are you today, Ravi?
Vincent, how are you? I'm very good, very good. You looking crisp and smart as usual.
Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much. It's been so long. We've been in touch with each other. So I'm so glad that you are coming in for this program interview with an
Thanks for
influencer
having me,
series.
Vincent.
Thank you so much. Just talk about your current role, Ravi. What about your current role? Can you just give us a little information?
Yeah, of course. So I have been with IBM for the past 5 years now. So with IBM, we have one division, which is what we call RPO.
Mm.
It's a recruitment process outsourcing. So we basically into the consulting business. So we consult with different clients that could be different industries. So for the past 5 years, I've been consulting with in life science clients, and these are mostly pharmaceuticals clients. So they are big, giant global pharmaceuticals companies that we provide them end-to-end service within talent acquisition. So
Mhm.
it is more under the umbrella of what we call talent and transformation
Mhm.
within the HR environment.
Mhm. Oh, I see. I see. Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, thank you.
I have a few questions to ask you. Now before that, let me just ask you one question. It is uh, now it's a lockdown period around the world, and what is the effect? Is it challenging for you in your current business?
Yes, it is, and I think within the new this is a challenging time for many people. And if I think about myself, let's start
Mhm.
with myself during
Mhm.
this new environment.
Mhm.
It's been a very exciting journey about how I can adapt myself to this new environment. And
Mhm.
what I mean by that is also the new ways of working.
Mhm.
So it's working from home now. You're
Mhm.
entirely in and out. You inside your home office. You have the family around. You have you're working longer hours. So everything is now virtual. So it's a lot of how you adapt yourself and how you flex yourself. But I
Right.
think it's also for the organization, and
Mhm.
my organization being in pharmaceuticals, and for them it's all about coming up with drugs, coming up with vaccines. So my company, for which I consult, they are very much heavily involved in the vaccines production. So
Mhm.
they're doing a lot of research in the vaccine. So there's a lot of activities that are happening in that space, which fortunately is keeping us still busy at this time. So even more busier than we were before. So uh, I think there are two ways to look at it. One is you're looking at the new way of working and how you adapt yourself to this
True.
new environment.
Yeah.
And the other side is how you're transforming your business with the new landscape
Yeah.
of the business.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. So let's move on to the question. Next question. What are your three favorite tools for doing something your customer cares about?
Hmm, that's a very interesting question. Let me walk you through my day-to-day
Okay.
environment. So like I said, I'm into the consulting
Mm-hmm.
business. So
Mm-hmm.
we have clients that, they expect their expectations around certain service of service level of
Mm-hmm.
operation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are three things that as an IBM company that we provide to the client. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got the people aspect, you've got
Mm-hmm.
the process, and
Mm-hmm.
then we bring the technology to that.
Mm-hmm.
So we are probably one of the very few companies that within an RPO business provides these integrated solutions to clients. So let me break it down for you. When I think
Mm-hmm.
about the people aspect,
Mm-hmm.
um, what is important, and I think from a client perspective, is that personalized service that you're providing,
Yes.
um, and the consultative approach, because they are looking at you being expert, subject matter expert into the field. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of what you bring to the table is around that solutions, is about the ideas that you bring, is it's all about those design thinking and co-creation that you will bring to the table to the
Mm-hmm.
client. So that's really about the people aspect. So for us, it's critical that we get the right people on the program. We get people that have the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if you're in pharmaceuticals, there are people that come with certain expertise that they have built over the years. So we need to make sure that these expertise are sharpened and we
Mm-hmm.
bring them to value proposition to the client. So that's really about people.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the process itself, a lot of the organization, they may have existing process.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do, me and my team will sit down with the client, we'll look at what is your current process look like, and is there opportunity for us to transform your process. So we bring intelligent workflows to the client. We
Mm-hmm.
look at streamlining the client process,
Mm-hmm.
removing inefficiencies into the process, and look at how we can enable faster, uh, you know, transformation so that the business is moving faster. So hiring people faster, getting the right talent in the market because of the war of talent. So you want to be out there being more attractive. So we use a lot of what we call social media branding
Mm-hmm.
solutions that we bring. So
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the process. And
Mm-hmm.
then the third one would be your technology. So IBM, as you know, we are a company known to be the number one in cloud business. And we have behind our years of expertise in the technology business. So we bring forward the capability of having data. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very data driven. So we have transformation platforms that can allow, or talent platforms that can allow to get the data faster, get the data into a meaningful way, and we work the data to build a story around that. So how is your ROI in all the impact of the initiatives that we put in place? So it's really about these three things. I think from a customer perspective, it's
Mm-hmm.
really about how you go with your personalized and consultative approach, how you build intelligent workflows and process in terms of efficiency, and then in a data-driven environment today, a lot of the companies are relying on good data to make this decision.
Yeah, that was excellent. Yeah, let's move on to the next question. What would you say if someone asks you, what is your number one key to success in your role?
Um, Number one key success in the role, uh, I think you just need to be. There are many things. I think in a world today where you're in a client-facing environment, uh, it's important that you listen to your client expectation, understand what your client is looking for,
Mhm.
and be able to provide that solution in a more transformative way.
Mm.
I would tell you the successes that we have with our client has always been our ability to be proactive. in our offerings. The more proactive you are, the better the client is happy. But here's the more uh, I think if I look into the current landscape in the
Mhm.
market,
Mhm.
it's all about innovation and transformation. So that
Yeah.
would be for me the key area around success.
Mhm.
Any organization today is looking at how can I how can I change my business model, or how can I adapt my business model so that I can still survive.
Mhm.
let's
Yeah.
let's take a very simple example, Vincent. Today,
Mhm.
there are a lot of businesses that are not able to be open. They are still waiting for the new normal, and we don't know what is the new normal look like. So in an environment like that, you will
Mhm.
see a lot of businesses are going to have to reimagine their their model. So that's where we come into play. So I think our successors have been
Mhm.
able to think differently, wear an innovation hat and be transformational. And I think that is the key success in any client-facing environment.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. What has been your biggest customer success story, and why do you think it was a success? Do you remember? Do you have anything you remember?
Yeah. So we work um, on a couple of projects with the customer in terms of um, going to, for example, customers, they they sometimes they come to you with
Mhm.
a set of um, challengers that they might be facing, and how you would react to these challengers.
Mhm.
I think my biggest success, or my most recent success, if I can share one of them, is, a lot of time we're talking right now. I mean, right now the buzzword is a lot about diversity and how you embrace the diversity and inclusion in your organization.
Mhm.
um, and a lot of time you try to look outside of your organization so that you go and find your diverse talent. So you're looking at talent communities that are, let's say, into your, what we call in the North America, your visible minority, or you're looking at female, or you're
Mhm.
looking at underrepresented groups,
Mhm.
which within you have African American, you have
Mhm.
Asian,
Mhm.
Hispanic, and so
Mhm.
forth. So
Mhm.
your target is always about going outside the market and try to get yourself engaged into these talent communities,
Mhm.
try to attract people.
Mhm.
But what we came up with, the idea we came up with, is how are we tapping our internal ambassadors, meaning that employees like you and me.
Mhm.
I come from a very different background. You come from a different background. How exciting would that be if Ravi can go and share the opportunity within my company with certain representation from my community?
Mhm.
And the same applies to you, and the same applies to my other colleagues. So what we came up with, Vincent, is a program that we call employee referral email campaign poster, whatever it is.
Mhm.
But the
Okay.
idea around that was that great people know great talent.
Mhm.
And what we did is we created a virtual happy hour. We call the people, the internal team in different departments. We created this virtual happy hour. We created a poster, and we shared that we share the opportunities that are existing within the company with the people that are currently working in the department, and 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 kind of use them, leverage them as ambassadors
Mhm.
and influencers, so that we can tap on that diversity.
Mhm.
So it's a very smart idea, very low budget. There's not much of cost other than just coming up with a nice poster, help
Mhm.
people to see what are the steps.
Mhm.
And I can tell you, we had a 60% return on the traffic of candidates, and we even had 30%
Mhm.
hires that were coming from that pool of targets. So it's just to summarize it, it's again thinking outside the box,
Mhm.
trying to see what is around you, because there are a lot of opportunities around you, and try to capitalize on these opportunities, because that in itself is, looking into your own backyard and finding solutions as opposed to trying to find big things around you.
Yeah.
And it works, and it really works. So the client is very happy about that. They categorize this as a great innovative idea, and now they want to take this idea and kind of leverage that within the organization, because they felt that we could leverage our own team in a very different way.
Excellent, excellent, Ravi. Something comes in my mind is that do you believe in this principle? The principle is that hire for attitude and pay for performance. Mostly HR professionals are saying that. Do you believe in that?
Oh, absolutely. I think I at the end of the day, I would love to work with people around
Mhm.
me that has that positive attitude, that mindset, that you know I need to. It's not about only getting things done.
Mhm.
It's about um, doing things in the right way. And if you have people around you that
Mhm.
have this accountability, people around you that they bring
Mhm.
a positive attitude to work every day. They raise their hand to say, you know what, how can I help you? That team collaboration.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think these are the key ingredients
Mhm.
for success.
Mhm. Yeah. Very good. Let's move on to the other question, the last question in this series. What keeps you going when things get tough in your business? You are smiling, you are blissful.
And it's a blissful thinking. um, the you will meet with a lot of challenges, for sure. There will be bad days, and I think bad days for me are merely opportunities that you can capitalize on. Um, but here's how you need to manage that. With any opportunities lies solutions. Um,
Yeah.
and if solutions are there, I think you always need to take. We always say take a step back. I like to take a step forward. So the step forward for me is a couple of things. Number one, you got to be adaptable and
Mhm.
flexible in your leadership.
Mhm.
So you got to tell yourself that these challenges, why are these challenges happening? Why do you have these areas of opportunities?
Mhm.
Deep dive into these areas and find out the why. So you need to ask yourself the why.
Mhm.
Once you get the answer about the why, then you ask yourself how. So how are you going to address that? And and it's a lot about new ways of working, Vincent. It's about being agile. We talk a lot about being agile today. It's all about how you bring your team together, how you iterate on a problem, and you iterate in a way that you focus on a problem, you bite size it, and you break it down into manageable solutions. You won't be able to achieve everything in one go, but if you
Mhm.
take it bite size, you will be able to find solutions.
Solutions.
And the last thing for me is about, you know I hate when people would come to me and say, we have a problem. What I like to hear is that we have a problem. Here's what I think the solution could be. And that's what I call about moving. You take a step forward with every opportunity when the talk gets going. So the mindset that you bring into every challenges, and that
Mhm.
challenges can start with your home, can be with your family, can be with
Mhm.
your kids.
Yeah.
you know if you think into that direction, Vincent, it's all
Mhm.
about the positive attitude that you bring in terms of thinking differently, finding new ways of working, taking a different approach, and being agile. It's really around how you're gonna transform your mindset into how you get to see the future.
Ravi, that was Ravi Puddoo, the Talent Acquisition Manager, IBM Canada. Thank you so much, Ravi, for coming in and being with us this evening. My name is Vincent Baby, your blissful workplace coach. I'll be coming back with another edition of Interview with an Influencer series next week. Until then, goodbye.
Thank you, Vincent. Stay blissful.